Mix 300 milliliters of warm water, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1 packet of yeast in a bowl. Leave it for at least 5 minutes until it's frothy. Leave the yeast mixture to one side and add 2 cups of self-raising flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 4 teaspoons of oil, and 1 tablespoon of herbs into a mixing bowl. Mix these dry ingredients together. Add the frothy yeast mixture a little at a time to the mixing bowl to form the pizza dough with your hands. Knead the dough until it's smooth. Place the dough in the mixing bowl and cover with cling film. Place this bowl in a warm place for at least an hour for the dough to prove. While the dough is proving, let's make our pizza sauce and get our toppings ready. Peel and blitz 10 tomatoes so that you have a jug of tomato puree. Heat 1 tablespoon of oil in a saucepan over a medium heat. Once the oil has warmed through, add the tomato mixture, salt, herbs, and chili. Stir the sauce consistently and allow the sauce to thicken. Reduce the heat as necessary. Once you have a slightly thick sauce, take it off the heat and leave it to one side to cool. Now let's check on our pizza dough. Once the dough has doubled in size, you can divide the dough into 4 equal portions and roll out the pizza bases. Lightly grease your pizza trays before placing your bases on it. Bake the bases at fan 220 until light golden, approximately 7 to 10 minutes. Take the bases out and add your sauce and toppings. Further bake the pizzas for another 7 to 10 minutes.
Chop 250 grams of strawberries and add it to a pan along with 125 grams of granulated sugar and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Slightly mush the strawberries.
Place the pan on a medium heat. Allow the mixture to come to a boil whilst regularly stirring the strawberry and sugar mixture.
Once the sauce has thickened, after 15 minutes or so, take the pan off the heat and allow the jam to cool.
Now, let's start making the Viennese whirls.
50 grams of icing sugar into a bowl. Add 200 grams of unsalted butter to the icing sugar and cream them together until pale and fluffy. This should take about 5 to 7 minutes with an electric hand mixer. Then add in your 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Sift 200 grams of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and half teaspoon baking powder into a bowl. Add this to the butter and icing sugar mixture and whisk this further until combined. Even-sized circles onto your baking trays lined with baking paper. Make sure you leave gaps between the biscuits.
You now have your Viennese whirls mixture. Add this mixture to a piping bag with an open star nozzle at the end. If you don't have a piping bag, you can cut the corner off a Ziploc bag. Bake in a preheated oven at 160 degrees fan for 10 to 12 minutes until the edges are golden.
Whisk your 150 grams of unsalted butter, 225 grams of sifted icing sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla with your electric hand whisk until light and fluffy.
Once your biscuits are golden, take them out of the oven to cool.
Pipe a ring of buttercream onto one biscuit and add some of your jam into the middle. Sandwich this with another plain biscuit.
You then have beautifully piped Viennese whirls to enjoy.